We are live. Let these games begin. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, Fireside Chats Without the Fires, the CX podcast partner and voice partner of the CX World Games 2021, co-host Neil Toff, together with co-host Paul Catherall. And we are joined today. Most of you should know who this person is. You're just seeing him. You probably know one of these things. Is it two? Is it one? There it is. It's two. There it is. James Dodkins of Cxwg fame. James, welcome to this podcast. Welcome to the show. It's so great to have you today.
Thank you. What an intro. Thank you for having me.
It is a thrill to share the mic with you. Most of us know who you are because we get to follow you on LinkedIn. We know you have an affiliation with Rock. Just look at these awesome instruments behind you. But those that are part of the CX World Games from previous year also know that you were a leader and you participated. As a second-time participant, tell us a little bit about that and what the games mean to you.
Well, so last year was the first time I was involved in it, and I led the team, the CX Rockstars. It was really cool because little did I know we were the best team. I didn't know that was going to be the case, but we just were. Now, if you were to look at the leaderboard afterwards, that doesn't necessarily reflect that. That's fine. It's not all about points. But I had the absolute best team going. Now, this year, I've got a team also called the Customer Experience Rockstars because I'm not really all that imaginative. I'm pretty sure, I think this team this year is going to be even better than the team last year.
Oh, I hear it. This is a challenge. By the way, to the extent that you remember off the top of your head, who are the team members that are actually on that CX Rockstar team? Just so we get some names out there if you have them off the top of your head.
The ones from last time.
Last time and maybe from this time, so that we get some names. We'd love to tag people, get some excitement among the players here.
Could you not have told me you were going to ask me that beforehand, so I could have got prepared for that?
Of course not.
So right, last time there was a lady called Sharon Boyd. You may have heard of her. She was on the team. There's a guy called Scott Rolfe who was on the team too. Really cool people on there. This time I've got a lady called Sarah Turner who is my vice captain, and a bunch of other really cool people too. I've literally got a 10-day-old baby. So if you give me grief for not remembering anyone else's names so far, just don't even at me with that.
You're getting the 10-day pass, not at 11 days, but 10 days. You're getting a 10-day pass, and congratulations, by the way.
Tomorrow, I'd have all the names literally in my mind immediately, of course.
So, team members, those of you who are watching this and seeing your captain, the expectations are high. The bar is set very high. You're expected to come in first place, but that's awesome. There it is. There's the bar.
First place.
Even better than first. Is it better than first place? What is it?
Yeah, we want first and second place. Honorable mention. We want like special participation award, best sports
participation
award.
Trophies. You hear that, Rodrigo and Christopher Brooks? You hear that? He wants participation trophies. We'll make sure you get those. Love it. Why did you come back this year? What do the games mean to you?
Chris begged me.
Of course.
It was. I wasn't going to. I was like, Chris, I want to retire. We did so well last time, even though we didn't win. I think I'm going to go down in history as the world's best leader in the CX games. And he was like, no, James, please, we cannot do this. But no, that isn't what happened. He came to me and said, we're running it again. Would you want to be involved? And I jumped at the chance. I was like, yes. Let me be involved. Let me get a team again. And let's see if we can make a difference like we did last year.
What does making a difference mean? And if you could tie that in somehow, here's the funny part of the question. What does that mean to rock? How are you going to rock these games?
Two different questions there. So making a difference. Most of the challenges that we had last time were actually like really cool challenges that were going to help people either with charities or not-for-profits or companies that were trying to help out during COVID. So it wasn't just a bit of fun. We were actually helping these companies improve the experiences of their customers, possibly helping hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. This year's going to be just the same. It's all going to be good causes. It's all going to be really worthy projects that we're going to be helping with. So making a difference, it's not just a little tagline. It's, actually, I've just seen it's written up there. It's not just a little tagline that's on the top of the screen.
There it is.
Genuinely, we are going to be making a difference. Now, when you talk about making customer experiences rock, that is a very good question. For me, the way I kind of look at it is creating an experience for your customers is exactly the same as putting on a show for your fans as a rock star. And it is all about creating fandoms, turning your customers into fans, creating these people that are obsessed with your company, creating these people who use their love of your company as part of their identity. And really, that all boils down to moments. It's all just individual moments. That's all it is, really. Customer experience isn't really about experience. It's about relationships at the end of the day. That's what it's about. And the way, in my mind, it works is you're going to let me run you through it. So experiences are just made up of lots of little moments, and a moment is just a short period of time. Life is just made up of moments. It's just lots of little short periods of time. So those moments together create experiences. Those experiences create emotions in people. Those emotions get stored as memories, and essentially a relationship with someone else, whether it be a company, whether it be a music artist, whether it be your partner, all a relationship is just a collection of those memories. So if you really want to change the relationship you have with your customers, you really need to focus on those moments, those tiny little building blocks that make up that relationship. So that's what I'm going to try and bring to my team. Try and, have that bigger picture, but understand it's all about these tiny little moments.
Love it. Final question for you, then we'll let you go back to your 10-day-old newborn. For those that have not yet jumped in, whether they're participants or those that are even maybe participants who kind of don't really know what to expect for the first time, what's some advice that you want to give to those that are just sitting on the sideline watching, they're figuring out, they're watching us, they see your name, they see some of the other players and judges and captains' names, and they're thinking, wait, should I jump in? What do I do? Do I not do? Should I wait till next year? A word of advice for those that are sitting on the sidelines.
What I'd say is like, if you're new to customer experience and you don't have very much experience in customer experience and you're not very good, then join someone else's team. But I'm joking. It really doesn't matter with this, whether you've been in customer experience for a million years or for one day. Every person is going to have a unique perspective and aspect that they can bring to this, and it's about getting involved. It's about getting into the conversations. It's about putting forward your ideas and your points. It's not about seniority. It's not about who's been doing it for longer. It's not about who's got the biggest profile. In my team, everyone's going to be equal, apart from me, who's going to be the dictator, authoritarian. No, we're all going to be equal. Nobody's ideas are going to have more weight because of anything. We're going to get together. It's all going to be on an even playing field. And it doesn't matter whether you've been in customer experience for 1 week or a million years. It doesn't matter. Everybody's ideas are going to get used. So I'd say, and I'm fairly confident that's going to be the same on every team as well, not just on mine. So if you want to get involved, just get involved, get in, join a team, put your ideas forward. And the point of it is, you're going to help change people's lives. You're going to help make a difference.
We look forward to hearing more from you. We're going to be following you. We're definitely keeping tabs on you. We've been watching you to see how you hit that leaderboard. We got big expectations for you. It was wonderful to have you, James Dodkins. Thank you for spending a little time with us. We know you got a lot going on in your personal life. We wish you the best. Congratulations. And once again, thank you for participating in these games and coming on the show. Go back to your things.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Be well. Paul, who do we have coming up next?
Well, I thought I'd let you do the drum roll. Go for it.
Here it is. Here's the drum roll. There she is, Sharon Boyd. Sharon, thank you for joining us. What an amazing piece of technology. We just exited stage left with James Dodkins, and we bring in stage right, Sharon Boyd. Welcome to Fireside Chats Without the Fires, CX podcast, voice of the Customer Experience World Games 2021. We're thrilled to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. And what a person to follow after James. I'll try my best.
Right? You got a little special thing. You got like one of these things, or you got an insignia move or something like that. And if you don't, we're just kidding. But
I haven't, but I need one, I think. Yeah, for our team, we're CX innovators. So it's not quite as cool as the rock stars. I was the rock stars last time in James's team, and we had a cracking time. And as he said, I was listening in. Because I got to go second, I got to listen into what he was saying. I have to say, saying that his team this time was better than last time. Boo, James. I'm going to have to beat him for that. But yeah, it was absolutely cracking time last time. And I'm thinking the same is going to happen this time.
So I want to ask you the same thing. So you did participate last year. You were on James's team. And you're back for a second year. Why? Why'd you decide to come back?
Lots of reasons, really. But I mean, getting to collaborate globally with a lot of experts that you would never get the opportunity to connect with normally, build relationships, but most of all, kind of do some good, really get your teeth into stuff that you wouldn't normally have the opportunity to get into. Yeah, that's something quite special. The first time round, didn't really quite know how it was going to pan out. I found I absolutely loved it. Made some fantastic friends doing it. And watching, I mean, when you hear back from the charity and they say, oh, really liked your idea, we put it in, we implemented it, this is the outcome, that's fantastic to hear and see that you've managed to make a difference to people, especially those that have been affected over the pandemic, etc., which is what we're doing this year.
Perfect. So your teammates, I'm not going to put you on the spot and make you give us a list of all their names, because that wouldn't be fair. I would only do that to Dodkins, which I just did. He's going to hold that against me for a lifetime, but you know what? That's okay. What is the message that you shared with your teammates? Special motivation, special instruction, special, you better do this, or this is going to happen? Or are you taking a softer approach? What are you telling the team?
I think for me, it's the more you put in, the more you're going to get out, really. I mean, there's always, in every team, there's people who kind of sit back and kind of just watch and come along for the ride. And there's those who really kind of step up and get stuck in. I've got a few that have already really got stuck in, and I've really been encouraging them. I have to do a shout out to Edwin, who's in my team. He has really jumped it already. So well done, Edwin. Thank you very much. And my second in command is Helen Burt. She's my vice captain. She was behind the scenes on the original one, doing a lot of the admin. So I'm chuffed to bits that this time she gets to be a player in obviously the winning team. And she's here, and she's the vice captain. So yeah, excellent team I've got behind me with a lot of brilliant people. Ankesh was in the team last time as well with James's team, and he's now on my team. So yeah, some of the previous faces getting back together to do some good.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So we interviewed one of the judges, Jess Noble, just yesterday, and we asked her, as a judge, what are the two things that you are looking for from the participants? And if I remember, Paul, definitely help me if I misrepresent this. I think she said she didn't want anyone to just throw around buzzwords, voice of customer, customer effort score. She said she wants to see substance behind those terms. And Paul, if I can remember, what was the other one? It was that was definitely the I think the heavy one that left the most impression in my mind.
Yeah, and there was I think Jessica also mentioned something about no BS, right? Just cut to the stage, just get to it, and
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it was no BS. It was be practical, propose things that are executable, that we can actually offer these organizations, because they're not flush with cash, they don't have large budgets, they're resource strapped. Provide strategies and ideas and recommendations that are actually executable within their own realities. Those are really interesting ideas. What do you think of those? Those are good tips to follow. Are those actually executable themselves in the tasks ahead?
Yeah, definitely. I really like the bit about the practical side of things. You can easily, as a group, go off into different theories. And my theory is this about NPS, yours is that, but it's not about that. It's nice to swap ideas and kind of viewpoints on that, and great. But because you have a week, you've got to do a hell of a lot of work to get a really good output for that charity. Sorry, I've got a spider just coming at me out the corner of my eye. So you've got to really kind of just get focused and deliver something. So you do need to come across some really good practical outputs that you can see the charity do. And as you say, they are a charity. They're not for profit. They don't have megabucks floating about. So we did spend quite a long time thinking, okay, how could we do this? Is there a certain person who could sponsor it? Who can we kind of pull in? Is there any expertise in our team that could help? So yeah, having those conversations is very different to some of the conversations you have in the corporate world, where you are financed. It's a whole different dilemma.
Perfect. Final party question for you. And we asked James the same one. For those that are sitting on the sidelines and haven't yet joined the games, or those that may have joined the games and just don't exactly know kind of what to expect, a recommendation?
I'd say just go for it. The majority of us just did that last time. We had no clue what it was going to be like. Did it, absolutely loved it. The same as James's response. Like, why did we? What did we? I mean, he said he was baked, did he? But I think I responded within about 30 seconds when Christopher sent out the email, which I thought not very cool. I look a bit keen, but that's how much I wanted to be on the games the second time around. He said, "Do you want to be a captain?" I was like, "Yes, I'll bite your hand off for that," because it was just so good. So if you are watching this, please just sign up. It's across five challenges across a number of weeks. You're not going to be able to do every single one, and that's okay. We're a team. So if there's a few where you have to sort of step back a bit and can't be as involved, no problem. Just jump in on the other ones and really give your all, and you'll get loads back. It's really rewarding and valuable. So please just sign up and do it.
That's great. And you'll see, audience, just below us is the link to register. It is open. You can still do it, and take Sharon's advice. Just do it. Just jump in. It is a rewarding experience. Sharon, we thank you so much for joining us. Paul, I will give you the final closing word, because even though today is Wednesday, it's not our usual Friday. After we get to interview Sharon and James, I think I know how you're feeling. You are?
I'm buzzing, mate. On a Wednesday, nearly a Thursday for me. What a way to start a hump day. Brilliant. I'm buzzing. I am buzzing.
You heard it. He's buzzing. It's not a CX week, or it's not a CX podcast without Paul buzzing. It's great. Sharon, we really enjoyed having you. Best of luck, like we told James as well. We're going to be keeping tabs on you. We're going to be watching your team. We're cheering you on. We're rooting for you. We expect big, big things. And definitely, you got to stick it to James. Lots of competition. We got to bring that ego down just a little bit. But he's setting the bar high.
Yeah, only because I did a lot of the work last time.
Sharon, I was going to say, when you beat James, can we invite you back on? Would that be all right?
Yes, a victory lap.
We definitely want to have more Sharon on these podcasts. We'll definitely reach out to you and try to schedule some time. We want to spend a little more time getting to know you and know more about your work in CX. But it was a thrill having you. Once again, best of luck at the CX World Games 2021. We really appreciate your time this morning for me, this afternoon for you, and Thursday or Friday for Paul, wherever he is on the planet.
Cool. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.